Hey everybody, listen, we have made it almost through the first week. So I want you to give yourself a good old pat on the back. I am still working out grading and how to get it back to you. Some of you might be seeing some emails. This is a learning curve for me too, guys. So be patient. I appreciate it. I'm going to talk to you about tomorrow's assignment. It is for Friday, the 27th. Just know that there are multiple assignments for today. So for Friday, excuse me. So when you go in for Friday, you're going to see a video assignment and you're going to see multiplication patterns. This video assignment is an assignment. This is a requirement that you watch it and you go through it in order to see how the Google Meet works. Now, yesterday I had a assignment on the board for everybody to jump into the Google Meet. I was in it from 6 o'clock in the morning until almost 8 o'clock at night, and I only had about 11 of my 63 students who came into the classroom. So we definitely have to be clicking on the assignments when it says that it's required. The video assignment that I'm getting ready to do is for everybody. It is somewhat of an explanation of the assignment for tomorrow. It's also a reading of the assignment for those of you who like to have the assignments read to you. But it's going to go very quickly because as you can see, it's mostly numerical. There's only 2 word problems. Again, keep in mind, I posted it on our, sorry, let me get back to the stream here. I posted it here in the stream, but understand that when we're working on solving for a factor here, you're solving for a factor, one of the numbers being multiplied, where we have that n, or the unknown variable. We are talking about how many zeros are there in the number being multiplied by, if it's given the powers of 10 are given. Number 2, is it a whole number or a decimal that is the factor? That tells us whether we're going to make the number smaller or bigger. And if it's a whole number, move the decimal place to the left because we're looking for the factor. We already know what the product is. And if it's a decimal number, we're going to move the decimal place to the right. If you forget, go into the stream. And this is posted from March 25th that tells you what you're going to do if you're solving for the product. And this one tells you what you're going to do if you're solving for a factor or n, our unknown value. All right, let me get back up here and find the assignment. Thought I'd opened it. I did already, sorry. Let me close this one. All right, so n equals 43 and 5/10 equals, I'm sorry, n times 43 and 5/10 equals 435. Understand, you need to see what is the difference. How many times did we move the decimal place here in order to get this answer? Then you need to figure out, is it 10? What is 10 times 43 and 5/10 look like? What does 100 look like? What does 1/10 look like? So you need to figure that out. Question number 2, 394 times n equals 3 and 94 hundredths. Again, are you solving for where n is 100, n equals 10, n equals 1/10, or n equals 1/100th? Right, question number 3, n times 721 equals 72 and 1/10. All right, in order to get 72 and 1/10 from 721, notice that 72 and 1/10 is a smaller number. I'm going to give you a hint. That means you have to be multiplying by a decimal. If your product is a smaller number than the factor that you started with, you have to be multiplying by a decimal. So that means a fraction. So that automatically eliminates these first 2 answers. So in order to move that decimal one place, are we using 1/10 or n equals 1/100th? Question number 4, n times $5.06 equals $506.00. Right, so we have $5.06. How many times are we moving the decimal to get to 506? I'm sorry, 506. And where did we move the decimal place to, in what direction? Again, refer back to the stream from the March 25th entry if you don't remember how to do that. We have n equals 100, n equals 10, n equals 1/10, n equals 1/100th. If our product is larger than our factor being multiplied, it means that we've multiplied by a whole number. Question number 5. 74 thousandths times n equals 74. Well, 74, our product, is bigger than our factor. So I know that I had to have multiplied by a whole number. And how many times did I move the decimal place? N equals 100, n equals 1,000, n equals 1/100th, n equals 1/1000th. Question 6. 8,034 times n equals 80 34/100ths. Again, how many times did we move our decimal place? Which direction did we move the decimal place? And notice that our product is a smaller number than our factor. That can only mean one type of number that we multiplied by. Question number 7. Jaden sells a painting for 10 times the original price. He sells the painting for $45.50. What was the original price of the painting? Okay, well, just make yourself an equation just like we did up here. You would have 10 times n equals 45.50 cents. Figure out which way you moved your decimal, which way you need to move it to. Again, refer to the stream, your notes on March 25th, tell you how to figure it out when you're solving for n. Question number 8. Marla thinks her dog might not be feeling well. He ate 1/10 times as much dog food on Wednesday as he ate on Tuesday. If her dog ate 6 cups of dog food on Tuesday, how much did he eat on Wednesday? Well, this one here, you don't know the product. It's asking you for the amount total. So you need to take 1/10 times 6 cups and come up with your answer. And then click your submit button. You should find that in all of this, you should get responses. Notice that it's already pre-populated my email address up here. So it's populating the email address based on where you're submitting from. So let me just go ahead and show you what would happen if I was just to click random answers. I'm not putting in correct answers. I'm putting in answers just so you can see what happens. It's going to completely tank my average. I click the submit button and then I can view my score and it will tell me which questions I missed. It will also tell you the correct answer. And while it won't be on every single exercise that we do, this one in particular tells you what you should have done to solve it. If you still have questions after seeing the feedback for the questions that you got wrong, then you need to go ahead and contact me either through a comment or you can send me an email that requests it. I just want to also remind you that in order to get to your email, you need to go to your waffles up here, click on Gmail, and that will open up your emails to you. And it will send you an email that says, thank you for filling out your form. And then it will give you all of your responses that you gave. So you have a copy of it yourself, and then you can view your score. So expect for them to be this way from now on. You'll also notice that in the classwork, although I've just done block 1 so far, but you'll notice for block 2 and 3 later this evening, I'll have them in. There are 3 sets of multiplication task cards. They're labeled with just multiplication task card. There's group 2 and group 3. These do get gradually harder as you go further through the task card. So I want you to start with the first one. These are not due until April 17th. But these are for you to start working on, and especially if you are struggling with 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication or word problems in general that are multi-step, we need to start working those out in the Google Meet. So if you click on multiplication task cards, I'm going to click on the form. Yours is going to look a little bit different than mine and how it comes up. But you're going to notice that it is going to ask for your name. You need to type in your name. And just like we do the task cards in class, you will have the task cards, and below you will put in your answer. This will not give you feedback on what might be wrong if you did an incorrect answer, but it will tell you if you answered correctly or not. You are allowed to work in groups on these assignments using the Google Meet. So take advantage of the Google Meet, work with your friends. I do want for you to put in the name up here if you worked with a partner. There isn't a limit on the number of partners, but just remember that you need to do your own work. Everybody must submit the assignment. All right, guys, I think that's it for right now. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And I hope that you guys are doing well. I was really happy to talk to you guys today from my homeroom. And yesterday, those of you that came in on the video. I look forward to seeing you in Google Meet. Plan on seeing a calendar event showing up for you to meet me in the classroom on Friday. That will be part of your assignment. I'm sorry, on Monday. That will be part of your assignment on Monday to meet in the Google Meet. We will meet again probably on Thursday next week, and that will be for everybody. I understand that you might be on different hours. I get that. But I'm in the Google Classroom, usually in the Google Meet from at least 7 o'clock in the morning until at least 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night. So I'm being very flexible with the hours that I'm in there. I might move away from my desk for a few minutes, but I come back. So just understand that that's going to be an assignment. So you will need to come into the Google Meet. If you don't have the capability, there's a way to dial in. So a lot of you figured that out the other day. So I hope that you guys are doing well, and I will sign off from here.